So it was a regular day of playing soccer here for a group of men inside Cherry Beach Sports Field yesterday when they noticed an unwelcome guest, uninvited guest. It was a 4-foot snake slithering offside here. They later learned that it was some sort of a python native to Africa. Well, what did the men do? They, of course, took out their phones and captured the whole thing on camera.
A game of seniors has just been stopped on account of finding a ball. No, not any kind of ball. We're talking about a ball python here. This is a typical ball python. The ball went out behind the goal. One of the guys went to get the ball, as you do, and he stopped and he went to get it, and he gets the ball and he looks down and he went, guys, come here, have a look at this. And so, of course, we wander around, and then as you get closer, you realize that you're looking at a snake.
And how long was the snake there, would you say, at least?
You know what, to tell you the truth, it could have been there the entire game. We were there for about 2 hours. So, it could have been there all the time, and we just never noticed it. There was a guy that came by on a scooter who was picking up, empty cans and stuff like that for recycling or resale. And he said that it was another snake, just like that one, a bigger one, that was found a couple of weeks earlier and not very far from there. So, the fact is that there may be other snakes down there, and of course the winter's coming and that would probably take care of most of them. But, who's dropping these snakes there? Why are these snakes there in the first place? Python here. This is a typical ball.
Ian Harvey says the men reported the snake to Toronto Animal Services, Parks, Forestry and Recreation, and 311. Animal Services says staff were called to Cherry Beach twice in August, but tell us there were no traces of snakes. A reptile expert tells City News the snake is a ball python or a royal python that's native to the Congo region, but it isn't unusual for someone here in Ontario to have these as pets.
They're very commonly kept as pets, so maybe obviously someone released it or someone placed it there for the video. I'm not sure. They're definitely not dangerous to humans, not at all, especially in this weather when it's not very warm outside. They like it very warm. Completely harmless, won't hurt anybody at all, that's for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of people that have exotic pets, not all, but some are very irresponsible, and when they don't want them any longer, they discard them in a park or wherever they like, and they show up in places like the soccer field. Sometimes they escape the enclosures that are not proper, but generally they're released by someone who doesn't want them any longer.
And there were reports the snake was placed in a bag and removed, but that's been unconfirmed. We did reach out to Toronto Animal Services and Parks, Forestry and Recreation. We're still waiting to get some of that information, and as soon as we do, we will update our website, citynews.ca. Now, Animal Services does tell us that ball pythons are not prohibited unless they reach an adult size larger than 3 meters.